Sitaram, everybody. Let's all stand as we begin with short arti. We'll just do two verses, right? Sajam cha. Auntie, all do arti. Shrotas. If all want just arti down there and you arti the book and you can. Sajam cha varti sanyukta. Grahina yojitam mayam Deepam grihana devesham Trailokya timirapaham.
आरती श्री रामायण जी की कीर्ति कलित ललित सियपी की आरती श्री रामायण जी की कीर्ति कलित ललित सियपी की आरती श्री रामायण जी की कीर्ति कलित ललित सियपी की आरती श्री रामायण जी की कीर्ति कलित ललित सियपी की आरती श्री रामायण जी की कीर्ति कलित ललित सियपी की आरती श्री रामायण जी की कीर्ति कलित ललित सियपी की गावत ब्रह्मादिक मुनि नारद वाल्मीक विज्ञान विशारद सुख सनकादि शेष ऋषारद परनि पवन सुत कीर्ति लिखी आरती श्री रामायण जी की कीर्ति कलित ललित सियपी की आरती श्री रामायण जी की कीर्ति कलित ललित सियपी की गावत संतत शंभु भवानी अरुगत संभव मुनि विज्ञानी कासे आदि कवि पूंग बगानी काकभुषुंडी गरुड़ कियाई की आरती श्री रामायण जी की कीर्ति कलित ललित सियपी की आरती श्री रामायण जी की कीर्ति कलित ललित सियपी की आरती श्री रामायण जी की कीर्ति कलित ललित सियपी की आरती श्री रामायण जी की कीर्ति कलित ललित सियपी की श्री राम जय राम जय राम ओम 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 श्री राम जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम जय राम
Together, let's pray, everybody. Om Gajananam Bhutaganaadisevitam Kapeta Jambu Palachara Bhakshitam Umasutam Sho Kavinashkarakam Namami Vighaneshwara Padapankajam Sarvamangalamangale Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharanye Trayambike Gauri Narayani Namostute. Think of your Guru. Remember the teachers in the school. Remember your parents. Dear God, thank you for these people. Because of their sacrifice, I am who I am. Bless them, dear Lord. Guru Brahma, Guru everybody. Guru Devu
Maheshwara
Guru Sakshat
Param Brahma
Tasmai Shri
Guruve Namaha.
Om Namah Shivaya. Everybody.
Om Namah Shivaya.
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 Think about Sri Ram. Ramacharitra Chinta Manicharu Santana Sumati Te Saubhaga Sanguru Jagamangala Gunagram Rama Ki Dinamoti Dhana Dharma Dhama Ki Siyapati Ramachandra Chiki Jai Sharanam Umapati Mahadeva Ki Jai. Everybody please have your seat. Make yourself comfortable. Tonight, let me welcome you to the second night of our Ramayan Yagna. For those of you viewing at home, we are streaming from the Triveni Mandir here in Hardbargain, Williamsville, Trinidad. For those people viewing from the Mauritius Hindu Sabha, for the people from the Jamaica group, for the people in the Guyana group and wherever else, welcome to Triveni Mandir. Last night, we did a wonderful discourse taken from Anand Ramayan. We mentioned the author of Anand Ramayan is none other than Valmiki. The members of the temple had initiated this yagya to coincide with the Sri Ram Mandir in Ayodhya, India, the commissioning, the winning of the court, and all that came with it, the different steps, the prayer, etc. And they completed their chanting of Tulsidas Ramcharitramanas. And we started last night singing about the glory of Ram in Doha number 5. For the person who is studying Ramayan, Ramayan is punctuated, not with commas and full stop, not declarative statements that we are accustomed to in English language, but it is punctuated by Doha. For the person who studies Ramayan, it has a certain meter. You will hear people reading from Sundarkan, Doha, I'm just making up now, Doha number 1 to Doha 21. In between each Doha, usually there's 4, maybe 5 chaupai. So the person picks up their reading based on Doha and not necessarily chaupai. The chaupai are not normally numbered, so you will not hear 257 chaupai. You will hear 257 Doha second chaupai, the chaupai that is attached to that Doha. There are different passages you will hear about Chand and etc. There are various forms of that Tulsidas Ramayan. When people started to reproduce the Tulsidas Ramayan, there came different versions. One version, the older version, the old people version, is the Tulsi Krit. Then came things like Jwala Prasad. In the Jwala Prasad version, you will hear about Chepak Katha. Chepak Katha, and this is something that all students of Ramayana need to be aware of. Chepak means that the author has embellished a little bit. He has used language to allow the reader or the listener to feel the moment, to understand the moment. An understanding of this makes you gain a little more insight into the Ramayana. So for example, in Tulsi Krit Ramayana, from Tulsidas, you will hear in the Shabri discourse, for example, Shabri Mata collected fruits and she waited daily for the Lord to come based on the guidance of her guru. But in Jwala Prasad, you will hear she bit the fruit. She jutted the fruit and she waited to make sure that the Lord would only have sweet ones. It causes problem from time to time when you hear somebody is offering something that was tasted. But that is just one example of Chepak. It did not happen like that. The author is putting in little adjectives, little words to help the person understand the feeling in the moment. Ramayana has many uses, as we said last night, but if the person doesn't understand what Ramayana is requiring or what it brings to a person, last night we hinted that if a person should use Ramayana, you would be able to help yourself when you're in different predicament. Tonight we continue. Last night we read from Anand Ramayana. Permit me to read tonight from something called Adbhuta Ramayana, or what is referred to as Sita's Ramayana. In this Ramayana, Valmiki again has penned a text. He felt in the very introduction of this text, he feels he has been unfair to the goddess. Last night I asked you, what is the purpose of a Sita Murti? You are the Hindu. Imagine I belong to a different faith. And I come to you as you're doing your prayer, offering your jal, whatsoever. And I ask you, I hear everybody to say Sitaram. Trinidad culture, Sitaram. If we go Vrindavan, you will hear everybody say Radhi, Radhi. And there's a reason for that. But in our culture, we say Sitaram a lot. But could you tell me the color of Sita Mata flag? Could you tell me what is the appropriate prasad for Sita Mata? I have read Ramayana. I study Ramayana. I want to tote Ramayana on my head. I believe in it. But as we heard last night, in order to be considered saintly, one of the features of this person who is not demonic or sinful is that you have to be able to discern or discriminate good things from bad things. Simple. A person could become, in that same, going on to Doha 6, he refers to, we cannot become Ravan, Kalnemi or Rahu. These people pretend, they dress, they look like the devotee, the saintly people, but inside their chest, there lies darkness and dark thoughts, dark wishes, etc. We know Ravan. Imagine I'm just picking on Rahu. Rahu is the guy, the 9th planet Pandit did puja, but there's no planet for Rahu. Rahu sat when they turned the ocean between the sun and the moon. So he was appointed to become what you call the solar eclipse. He looks like a Devta. We worship him on the Bedi every time like a Devta. But he only brings trouble and harm and predicament. When a person has Rahu Gra, for example, or the Dosh with Rahu and Ketu, you will hear that child want to cut their hand. I can't take my mommy buffing me, I'm going to end it. The person who never thought, or in their mind, thought about doing self-harm or self-damage, starts to think in a way. Schizophrenic thoughts, self-harm, self-damning thoughts, for everybody to understand. That is the influence of this fella. When he's against you, when he's good, he's good. But when he's against you, he could bring those type of shadow, darkness inside your body. But he looks like a Devta. Everybody artis him in many temples, they have Navgraha Puja. You will say, well, how could a Devta bring this? In the same way, in Doha 6, he says, you and I cannot fall prey to that type of trap. We cannot look the part of a devotee. We cannot dress the part, put on big tikka, wear mala, go to temple, eat all the parasad, belly gain big with parasad. But inside your heart, you come to the temple, but you have no light, no benefit, no sattvic nature inside you. Tonight, before I go further into this discourse, that one verse we chanted this is Gita Press version of Ramcharitamanas. I am reading from Doha 31, Chaupai 1. The narrative of Ram, or the Ramayana, is a lovely wish-granting gem. When the person with grace, remember we talked about grace and no grace, some people have grace to allow goodness to enter them, to see good things, to enjoy good things. Some people don't. These people gain saintly wisdom, The hosts of virtues are these people because they accept Ram by listening to his katha into their air, into their body. Just by doing that, it bestows liberation. It gives the person riches, religious merit. It allows them the hereafter divine abode. A person sometimes makes mistake and you want to know how to atone for it. Last night I used the word praschit karma. When you are born with past sins, Garud Puran tell you, you like to gossip, you like to talk gossip in your next life, the same God who make you. This is an important point. Everybody from Christianity, we are told that God makes man in his image. No problem with that if you're perfect. But where was God when the child was born dumb or deaf or blind? Where was God? How many people have seen autistic children on the rise now? In 1995, the other day, the US government talked about it. There were 1 in 20,000 children having autism. Now, 1 in 200 children annually are diagnosed with autistic traits. Some more, some less. Garud Puran in Hinduism explains it. If a person is born with karma from their past life, for example, just one point, the child in this life has so much pride, they ill speak their mother, lady, shut up where you know. This is my life, my body, I know it more than you. And with ego and pride start to abuse mother, father, guru. They start to ill speak teacher. In your next life, when you are born, I will make you, God says, but in the mind, I will make you differently abled. The brain will not work properly. And God make everybody. When somebody has a psychopathic nature or a suicidal nature, think about it, and God make them too. Karma. So the person now, by listening to Ramayana, where a person who is differently abled may not have the mental ability to sit for puja like auntie and them this evening, allow them maybe in the hospice, in the hospital, wherever they may be, to listen to the chanting of Ramayana. This is what this Chaupa is saying. It allows the person to burn away past karma. Hence, it is called a tool of praschit or repenting. True teachers of wisdom that instill good teachings in their shishya, in the children, allow them to listen to Ramayana. When a person is overrun with disease, nothing, the two tikka with it is put on your wrist for the Ashwin Kumar. Let those physicians help a sickly person. Let miracles happen based on the chanting, listening, repetition of Ramayana. People who lack devotion, when the parents of devotion are there, Sita and Ram, let the seed, the beej, grow within the child, you and me, who listening to Sita and Ram discourse. Inside the heart, let Sita and Ram initiate, you know what, I feel I'll do prayers. I feel this year I go fast for Navratri. This year I feel so good, I hear that bhajan, I feel like a enlightenment there. Let something awaken in the person by their touch. Let grief go. Let agony go. Let sin go by the guardian of Sita and Ram. When a person is looking for peace and their mouth is dry, having everything in this life but they don't have an iota of peace. Let Sita and Ram's story bring that thirst and end and full the belly just by listening to it. Sometimes when you're going through hardship, I heard there's a death of a member in the temple. God bless that soul. When somebody dies, one of the hardest things to do for the typical person is to sit down and talk about God, listen to God, and in your mind be honest. Look where God caused. Look where God let happen here. For that reason, when people are caused in that type of quandary, the person is advised, listen to the katha, listen, and inside of you God will change it. And it will initiate healing and happiness. We can't heal ourselves. The best person that has an abusive history or any type of trauma has to go to a psychiatrist or somebody for help. In our Dharma, Ramayan helps. That is our psychiatrist. Siyapati Ramachandra ki Jai. Tonight, before I go forward, I want to highlight a couple of points because we're talking about our Ramayana. But in today's world, Hindus are some of the most battered and beaten people online, in the whole mixture of religion. You know, we just say we're a Kalalu in Trinidad. But somehow we just get the brunt of the licks. So much so. Tell me which religion, if we compare or do comparative religious studies, which religion, I like this part of my religion. I don't know if you just do this. I like this aspect of my religion, but you see this part, me I like that part. All it is do that? I don't know. I've heard people say, I love Saraswati, Lakshmi, Durga, but Kali Mata, Baba. In same Trinidad, historically, for young children to understand, it was against the rules of temples. Tonight we're in a temple. It was against the rules of temple to put a Kali Murti in a temple. It was bad. And that is a funny thing. Think about everybody. Today is the Saptami in Navrat. Tonight is Kali Mata night, Kalratri. You go to Saptashati Path, Devi Kavach, verse 3-4. You will hear tonight, Saptamam Kalratri. Tonight is the night we celebrate the lady. But for many people, you can't do Kali Puja. I remember in Princestown, a Pandit, they get pelted from a temple. Tarian, Luta pelting in the temple, Bacchanal, because Baba say he want to do Kali Puja. And you know where that started? That started from colonization. Kali Mata is a different form, shrouded in mystery now. And because she has weapons in her hand, she could put up a little fight. So the same people that makes Saraswati Mata don't have a sword, Lakshmi Mata don't have a sword. So if in our own conversation, you will hear people say, Baba, up to now people is doing it. Baba, I know it's 3 nights Saraswati, 3 nights Lakshmi, 3 nights Durga. Which one again? And then you can hear these children singing Shaila Putri, Kushmanda, different name because we're learning now 9 forms of Durga. Saraswati and Lakshmi go home. And just watch your pity and tell me which part they had a battle with those forms. They had no knife, no sword, no mukdar, none of that. In our Dharma, there are so many misconceptions, meaning to say. And in one of the misconceptions is the Pitya, you know it, Kali Mata waging war on somebody and her foot is resting on Lord Shiva. Many people have done Devi Bhagavad and somebody sent me the message. That is why I'm reading this discourse tonight. Tonight, let me hear where this Kali form come from. It is related to Ramayana. That's why I don't find it in the Puran. Tonight, let me gain an understanding of our Dharma and do not allow people to confuse you. Which faith says, I like this aspect of my faith, but I scorn this type. Hinduism does not have a problem with black. This is the form, this is the color of the goddess. People wear black for Kali Puja, they wear black for Shani Dev to Shanti him. It is used. The problem Hindu have with is the color blue. When we're sitting for puja, there's somebody planning yagna. Baba, it have a color I'm not supposed to use in prayer. Blue. Lord Shiva says in Shiv Puran, I reserve blue for things that are illusionary. The blue sky, the blue ocean, those things are not real. For this reason, don't wear it when you're sitting for prayer. Don't decorate when you're using it. So we don't. And this is why. In my ways, everybody bear with me. When I teach you something, I like to tell you why. I'm not just telling you do it because Baba say. Tonight we're reading from Adbhuta Ramayan. For those of you following abroad, I'm reading Canto 4, 6, 8, and 23. A lot to discuss tonight. As we enter, if somebody asks, Sati Mata had to burn, and this is a recap. I know you know this one. If somebody says, I've read Ramcharitmanas and I saw Sri Ram and Hanuman Baba very close, he depends on the Nirvana. In science today, we call what we refer to Ravana as Homo erectus, the link between the monkey, more or less for children to understand, and Homo sapien. It has some monkey features, but it has an erect spine. Very strong, stronger than human. That is what we refer to as Hanuman Baba. But if Sati Mata couldn't believe that this human crying, walking in the forest, Sita, where are you? Sita, where are you? You are the four-handed Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma, Mahavishnu. Sati Mata gets herself in trouble for that. Many people don't understand why Sati was allowed to pass or burn. Shiva says, the person who doubts Ram's potency, I abandon them. Not in night, not in dream will they see me, not in dream will they see happiness. And when Sati Devi doubted Shiva, that is same Vishnu incarnate, this is where Shiva has to give up Sati Devi. And he allows her to do what we know happened. Prem Sabalo Mahapati Mahadeva ki jai. But tonight, let me take it one step further, a couple of verses from this first canto. Last night we heard about the good and we heard about the bad. Tonight we're going to hear a little bit about Narada Muni and some of the things that we know about Narada and what he does to Lord Vishnu. One, and our focus is what he does to Lakshmi Mata. Let's join together as we enter into this slok. Jai Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam, Jai Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam, Jai Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam, Jai Samba Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam, Jai Samba Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam, Tadav Samam Muni Saralo Mayam Tasya Narad Geyahi Shrapa Shrapa Vishnu Mudhite Kaupa Nau Shri Mati Haranam Jaya Umapati Mahadeva Ki Jai. I enter into Canto 4 of the Adbhuta Ramayana, where Valmiki is speaking to Bharadwaj Muni again. And he's teaching him now different things that was left out, as he says. In Anand Ramayana, different details are given here. He reminds Bharadwaj of something that was dealt in Ramcharitramana, so you may know it. It is dealt in different Puran. Narada Muni had once developed, and this is a concise version here, a desire to marry a girl. This girl was very beautiful, and Lord Vishnu was testing him as he always does, and Narada Muni was falling prey for this. Narada Muni now wanted to get a wife and go down the road of becoming attached to somebody, getting into the married sect, and getting distracted from his prayer. In fact, it says here that, and I'm reading from Shlok 60, he says that Prabhu, in the beginning of their challenge between God and man, he says, I will never deviate from your worship. I believe in you, and there is no test you could give me that I will falter from. And Lord Vishnu says, no problem. I will let the Devi's Maya, the power of the goddess, spin round your head, and you will become your own enemy. Narada Muni went to check the girl's patra to guide us upon it, but he falls in love with her. He comes back and he says, Mahavishnu, make my face so attractive that I will leave an unending impression in this girl's mind. Give me the best outcome. That's the word he used. Lord Vishnu didn't want to see him fall. So he makes his face look like a monkey. Narada Muni now, fellow with the guitar for children to understand. Narayana, Narayana. Looks like a monkey, and he lines up in his Swayambar for Srimati. And when she came, he says, look, I'm the most handsome guy, I'm here for you. And she says, what type of joke is this? Laughed at him and she walked. Chose somebody else. And Narada Muni became very, very angry. And when he saw, based on the girl's prayer, Lord Vishnu now takes a form with a bow, and he takes the girl based on her prayer. Narada Muni went back to Lord Vishnu. And again, everybody, I'm summarizing this portion. He says, Prabhu, what type of God are you? The one thing I was praying for, look, you ridicule me. Look at me now. Look at my face. Look at my features. You have made me into a joke. Shlok 62. He says, today, some people, and I'm saying this is a little tidbit here, some people think they're helpless. Correct me if I'm wrong. When you had trouble, when you had desire, when you had problems in your home, family, job, you are helpless. Lord Vishnu, on the other hand, says, when my devotee calls, I am helpless for their prayer. When he comes as the Shaligram, when we wash the Shaligram with the Panchamrit and it becomes Charan Amrit that we all are told to drink when the prayer is finished. He says, I have no choice when Tulsi tells me, come on the earth as a black coal stone. I have to listen to her words. That I, Vishnu, become a slave to the heart, to the words of a pure bhakt or a pure devotee. Listen to how powerful Narad, the person who is begging to squeeze the foot of Lord Vishnu, how powerful his prayers make him. He says, Prabhu, you have cheated me. Go. You have to be born. Last night we heard about how he has to come on the earth. Based on the words of Brahma telling Ravana his death is coming. You have to be born on the earth in the house of the clan of Ambarisa. This is the ancestor of Dashrath. Go, when you are born in the house of Dashrath, do not be happy. Listen good. I read the Ramayana Baba. Listen good. Don't let ego eat you. The devotee, like Kalnemi, like Ravan, the Om Tadat Tadat, he lifts the Kailash Parbat and he tells Shiva, I am the all-powerful, I am the all-knowledgeable person. There is nobody more powerful than me. And when Nandi the bull blocks him in Shiv Puran, he gets very angry. Because sometimes the only way to tame somebody who is close to the temple or close to the God or close to prayer, sometimes they have to get humbled. And when it happens, when the lesson is taught, it comes with pain, it comes with shame, it comes harsh. Because when subtle advice from the God, not people, God, was coming to the person, you could improve. You're not finished yet. You have room to improve. We didn't pay heed like Ravana. So we look the part, but we act different. Narada Muni, he says, don't, you are my God, you are my Vishnu, but don't be happy. Go and born in the family now. Live in the family. But when you get there, you see how you rob me of my beloved Srimati? Someone is going to come and steal her from you. And you will have to burn. You will cry the way I am crying now. You see, the same way tears are falling from my eye, O thief, O Madhusudana, O smart man. You will gain that same experience, dear. And who will you cry out for? Who will you get assistance from? For the elders here, I'm repeating what you already know. You see, just how you make me a monkey, go, oh powerhouse of this universe, go and be at the beck and call, go and sit and burn and wait for the monkey to come and tell you if she's here, there to wage your war. When Arjun criticizes Sri Ram in Anand Ramayan to the heirs of Hanuman, it is because of this. He says, if Ram was Vishnu, if Ram was so great, how come Ram needed little monkeys to go and fight war, to build bridge? In the Katha, where they are in Kishkindakan, where they are waiting for Sugriv to come and to go and fetch Sita Mata, and Sri Ram is helpless, waiting in the forest, and they're not coming out of Kishkinda fast enough. How is it that he is Mahavishnu, sustainer of this universe, and he cannot control the narrative in this moment? Why is he so helpless when Hanuman Baba has to bring the mountain to save Lakshman when you're doing your Bajrang Ban? Lakshmana Pranake Data, you are the one who brings the breath of life, O Hanuman, for Lakshman. Then Sri Ram is comfortable. Why the monkey? He says, this is your fate. When you go upon the earth, nothing, you will be helpless to get back your Devi. The pain that you are feeling will only be remedied by the blessings, by the will of these same monkey that you put me to ridicule me. As if this form is a lesser form, this will be your hero and savior. Omapati Mahadeva ki Jai. Remember, this is from Narada Muni. Narada Muni has some strange features. I see him in TV shows, Narayana, Narayana. Why does he sing so much? Listen. Sri Vishnu speaks to Narada Muni now. He says, "O Brahman, I accept your curse. I accept, O great soul, O son of Brahma, everything you're saying. When great people," Slok 65-66, Canto 4, when great people, when prayerful people do puja, do fasting, different type of tapasya, sitting in different asan. When you are doing jap for mother in this age, you will see people put their foot, imagine this knee, understand what I'm saying? You're not crossing in sukhasana like how I am sitting. You put your foot like this, under the foot to under the foot like this. Different posture to gain different benefit. When you say these things, when you do these things, when you use different kavach and you speak, you utter different wishes on a person, know that those words, because of the power of your prayer, it will come to pass. I will manifest myself as the eldest son of Dashrath. I will be known as Ram. My right hand in Vishnu form will become my brother Bharat. Where does Shatrahan come from? Shatrahan is the upper left hand of Mahavishnu. Sheshnag, my consort, my friend, my support, will be my support in that age. Just as he is holding me on the Shir Sagar, the milky ocean, he will be born as Lakshman. Because of your shrap, because of your curse, I will come on the earth in this way. If somebody asks in different avatar, when he comes as Vaman the dwarf, when we're tying the bali on the hand, he comes in one form. When he comes as Narsingh, Ugram, Veera, Mahavishnu, he comes as one form. When he comes as the fish, you name it, he comes as one form. How come in Ram Janam he comes as four? Because it's Agni who brings the payasam, the sweet rice for children. In one way, he comes in four pieces. And this is where the force of my true form cannot come upon the earth this time. So I leave the Sudarshan Chakra protecting the throne of Dasrath. It went to protect Ambarisha, his great-great-great-great-great-grandfather, sitting on the land of Ayodhya. Cursed in this way, Om Bhardwaj, this is why Sri Ram has to come on the earth in this way, in this form, in this likeness of man, to cry. This is God, but he's crying in the forest. This is why it happened. So when you're reading that section of Ramcharitramanas and you are hearing, understand that there's more to the Leela. There's so much more to that Leela that a person, if they endeavor into it, based on what we're hearing in Doha 31, this is how when a person starts to drink from the cup of Ram, you want to know more. You start to ask questions. Is there something I'm missing? Is there more? But the sinful person, here's an iota. Now this is where you have to start to gauge yourself. A little morsel. And you feel, okay, that's enough. I'm full. I've learned enough. I am knowledgeable enough. I'm the teacher. I could give. Whereas the person, even the Pandit, to be honest, if you know your book, you never know nothing. Somebody will always come and say, did you know what was Dasrath? For example, what was Dasrath's real name? What was Hanuman's real name? Poor Pandit didn't know. And somebody would sit and read and find out Hanuman means when he get cut here with the cleft. Everybody love Hanuman. Think what I'm saying. What is Hanuman's true name? When they do the Nam Sanskar for him, what the mother give him as the name? Hanuman means the person when the thunderbolt cut the lip. So he's cleft, he's flawed, he's damaged here. Hanuman, Gratiman, Suman, his brothers and them. Hanuman's true name from the mother's mouth is Maruti, the son of Marut, the wind god. When a person starts to think they know everything, you're going wrong. And that is Pandit and everybody. Every time you go to that book, even Hanuman sits and reads his Ramayana and he lived it. Tonight, we enter where we go forward now. This is the part we come to read. Bharadwaj wants to know, I have heard about Ram. Tell me about my mother. Tell me why Sita has to go through all this tribulation. Who is Sita? And please, Guruji, please tell me about it. For those of you following along in your copy, Canto 6 now, starting from Slok 1. Jai Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam, 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 Jai Sam Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam, Jai Sam Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam, Tasma Vishnu Vaikuntapati Madhusudhana Kaushikayetam Mahajivan Mahatmana Kaushika Pratiyogye Ati Jaya Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam, 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 Jaya Sam Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam,
Jai Sam Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam,
Dhayamaya Manasam Yat Lakshmi Vishnu Griha Vritaye Samisrita Teka Bhisara Papi Yena Shroyam Brahmanye Ati जय भोले बाबा तब शरणा,
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 जय सांब सदा शिव तब शरणा,
जय सांब सदा शिव तब शरणा,
जय सांब सदा शिव तब शरणा। उमापति महादेव की जय। Bharadwaj, there was a person upon the earth named Kaushika, and his method of praying would be singing to Mahavishnu through thick, through thin, good times, bad times. His prayer method was to chant God's name. In Bhagavad Katha, you will hear of the different forms of bhakti. And a person is guided in those texts to find your method of devotion. Puja is one. Remembering God's smaranam is one. Last time we talked about Shravanam and Darshanam. Tonight, Kirtanam. When a person practice singing, but singing correct. Imagine I use it myself. Imagine I am a singer. Varade, Varade, Varade. I could sing better than he. Or it have the singer who does make every mistake. It has some people that cry when they sing it. If you sing home when you're bailing the roti, analyze yourself which one you are. Kaushik is the type, he is just sing. He was the type of person, he didn't care if he missed the note or he missed the drum. He wouldn't ridicule somebody else. He didn't have that. He would say, look how nice that song. That was it. That was the cutoff point. That was his critique. Look how nice that bhajan song, that kirtan song, so nice. If a next person singing, I could clap. However, it has singers like me, when the next person singing, can't clap for you, brother. I cannot enjoy what you are doing. I don't see God in it, but I'm a singer. For the person who practices kirtanam, you don't have that problem like me. You are singing like Kaushik, or enjoy the singing. Let's say you're singing in your car, the CD playing, the radio playing, the podcast playing, and you could enjoy it. You look for the good in it. They are chanting my God's name. Kaushik was a person like that. And when he died, Lord Vishnu went and met him himself on Garud, brought him to Vaikunt and arranged a concert. He says, for your entire life, you sang for me. Now it's time for us to sing for you. Welcome to the house of Lakshmi and Narayan. This is where you will dwell forever. And he brings a great singer by the name of Tumburu, another devotee, who wanted in his prayer to go to heaven to sing for God. Personal. He must see God smile when he sings. So imagine now the whole Leela, all the devatas, all the people are coming and they want to sit down. Tumburu is going to sing. The chief guest is sitting in special seat. Lord Vishnu is playing the part of host. So he's walking around. Hurry, Ola, come sit down. Please sit down. Ola, please come. Lakshmi Mata, the goddess, is coming from the back, but she's coming with many ladies, many bhakta with her, helpers. So much that now people start to scramble for seats. People start to push and pull. And in the pushing and the pulling, something is going to happen that causes problems. Just before the problems start, Narada Muni came in. And Narada Muni witnessed, because he's always very particular to where Lord Vishnu is and what he's doing. He sees Mahavishnu put flowers around the neck of Kaushik. This is a devotee. Garpran tell you when you reach the Vaikunt, you transform from the Jivatma into the 400 form of Lord Vishnu. So it looks as if Vishnu is worshipping Vishnu. But Narada knows who is the original Vishnu there. He sees how he is offering him, like when the girl get married and the mother-in-law meets you by the car and they're offering her a soft drink or whatever. He sees Lord Vishnu feeding Kaushik to his mouth. And he starts to think, but he never feed me like that. How come he never give me that type of love and attention? Trouble. When more and more people started to come, started to fit up on the floor now, too much people. Tumburu wants to start. And when all this is getting ready, let's hear what happens to Narada Muni. Shiva Om Shakti Om Hari Om Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samstita Namastasye Namastasye Narada Muni becomes very jealous, and from his stomach he couldn't tolerate. How is he getting that? Imagine everything Lord Vishnu giving Kaushik. Every time he go and he's clapping for Tumburu, every time he's complimenting him, look how he's smiling, he don't smile so much with me. What kind of stupidness is this? He becomes annoyed, he becomes peeved, he feels as if he's less than. I just be rubbing this man's foot every day. And I don't get that love. And inside his heart, where he couldn't express that, the Father Brahma said on right here, Lord Shiva watching him, but he has to sweat now. Profusely sweat is coming off his body because of the amount of hatred and anger and pain. How could God do this to me? I am such a good person. I'm an ardent devotee. How could I be disrespected like this? Gets up. And he goes close to where Lakshmi Mata is. You know, when I get somebody vexed, I think I seen, I'm blind now, I think I seen my godson Wesley. If I get Wesley vexed, he coming to tell me nothing. He'll go by godmother. Easy, you see what he do? I didn't mean that, you know. Think about it, when daddy get vexed home, you go by mommy and you start, you hear what daddy do, ma. Narada Muni goes to Lakshmi Mata to get her air. And when he went close to her, let's hear what happened. God. Vishnu Kanta Lakshmi par Parshik Tat par Tasmetam Lakshmi Rakshasi Yeham Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samstita Namastasye Namastasye Namastasye. Imagine you're in a concert and everybody want to see the singer. Everybody want to reach up close. So all the girls who with Lakshmi come in, pushing. And Narada Muni trying to reach to the side where Lakshmi Mata watching all the action, and he get pushed too. Narada Muni already perturbed, he already angry, he already emotional. Now, Peter going to pay for Paul. Now trouble coming from the mouth of Narada Muni. Look at how you treat me, O Lakshmi, O goddess. I worship you, I bow to your feet. And look how I'm cast away like a dog, like a nothing, like an invalid. I worship you and Vishnu Baba with all love. And look, you allow your workers to shove and push me. You did not say anything. Because of this, don't look so beautiful in the form of Lakshmi. Go and be born in disdain. Be thrown away, cast away, and be born in the family of a demoness. Be an orphan. Be discarded. Be the person that nobody wants. You don't want me from my heart with all the pain to feel as if the mother, you is my mother, and you don't want me. You go be born and nobody wants you. In your entire existence, people will kick you. People will disdain you. They will treat you as refuge, and they will never want you because of this. Remember, careful now. You, the individual tonight, you are the Hindu. You say Sitaram. You say Sitaram. You believe in the goddess. The mother is receiving the shrap. Hear what she tells him in response. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samsita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Chakshudev Gandharva Kinaratam Narado Vilapat Dighin Mamita Lakshmi Ye Sada Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu. Come on everybody. Said this, the entire universe rocked. All the devatas, all the Gandharvas, all the Kinnaras, everybody was singing and dancing in this celebratory mode. Everybody stopped because it was as if the glow, the luster, the barakat of the entire universe is gone. How could you put trap on Lakshmi? Without Lakshmi, we cannot do anything. We cannot achieve anything. Why do you have Gobar Hindu? Why do you lipe yabedi? When you go funeral, for example, and you put the Gobar under the coffin. Go back when Krishna is coming in Gau Mata form and Lakshmi is ready to jump into the cow form. They say, Ma, if you don't sit in the joint, in the horn, in the eye, in the skin of the cow, when Krishna comes, when we go to beg him in Vishnu Baba form to come as Krishna, he may not hear us. You are the good luck lady. Without you, we will never get through with anything. We will never be fortunate. Ma, today the only thing we have in this heifer is the gobar inside her intestine. You sit there, mother. Sit inside that gobar, and from today onwards, whenever there is prayer, whatever altar has to be called, whatever is mud, tile, stone, board, you name it, if it does not have gobar, it is not fit to invite a devta. That place where puja has to be done, they have to put that gauri. If where they put the gauri because you are present, lost souls, lost spirit, people with bad intentions cannot come, ma. You accept this low seat of the gobar today. And from today onwards, we will worship you. This is why when people are doing puja and you have your gobar, your gauri on the bedi, this is why there. When you go to the wedding and the puwa fixing the kalsa and she's putting this Lakshmi like a guard around the kalsa, don't let nobody harm them or damn them, they're getting married. This is why gobar is used. When people live abroad and they ask, well, I don't have a cow, I have a puppy, could we use puppy gobar? No. Not the bull, not the goat, not the sheep. Lakshmi makes the deal with the heifer, the female. This is why the heifer is specified. She sits there. In the same way, Lakshmi now, so important. In so many discourses, she has received shrap from somebody like a child, somebody that does her worship. The universe is rocking. Lord Vishnu stopped what he was doing and he went to her, to stand next to her, to hear. And when Narada Muni calmed down, when he heard and he realized what he just did, he felt bad, he felt humiliated. Narada Muni looks to Lord Vishnu and he says, I am a sinner because I got jealous of you, God. Tumburu, he comes one day and look how you worship him. Kaushik, come here today and look how you worship him. I am here every day and I am never given this love. And because of that shame, because I felt abashed today, I have pronounced this shrap. What will happen now, Mahavishnu? Let's hear what Lord Vishnu tells him. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samsita Namastasye Namastasye
Namastasye Namo Namah
Tato Narayano Lakshmiha Shrapa Shrutuva Sundaram Lakshmi Saharishikesha Akama Yato Muni Muni Ye Narada Narayanaya Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo Namah
Narayanaya Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo Namah
Paramatmaya Namo Namah. Vishnu Bhagwan ki Jai. He says, oh Narad, in the life of a devotee, sometime what you and I may view as turbulent or hard or bad, sometimes has a lesson in it. It has a purpose. There's a blessing sometimes in hardship, is what he's trying to say. He says, this will happen. What you have wished, what you have said will happen. But now you have to go and seek forgiveness. Go and sit by an owl, a different personality, who happens to be an owl, just as how Kakbushundi was a crow. This person sings. He's the greatest singer. He's the teacher of all the singing. He knows all the arts of the Alankar and all the different ragas. He will teach you Kirtanam in the proper way. He will teach you the science, the mentality that comes with a singer. Too often in Kali Yuga, you have people who call themselves musician or singer, but they come with so much false pride and abhiman that cause pain to other people, that instead of pulling people to pray or to God, they become a deterrent. I can't sit down there now. If Keshava sit down there, oh, he gonna rag me up, I can't sing too well. That person might insult me. Nara, don't be that type. Be the person that say, don't worry, you're doing. Keep practicing, you're going to do better. Be that type of person. Narad, go and learn. Lakshmi Mata, she says, before you leave, please listen. I am on Shlok 23. Whatever you have said, O son, I am willing to fulfill it. Because of the power of your prayer today, I will do what you see. You know, it still has somebody sit down here doubting what I'm saying here. It has somebody sit down here within yourself. When I have cancer, when I have financial problem, when I have children trouble, I cannot tell God, help me. However, the person goes home every day. Dear God, in my pocket I have $5. Thank you for the 5. Please change it to 50. Dear God, please work for me. I cannot pass maths, CXC is coming. Change a D into a A. You and I do this regular. It's called praying. We are not happy with what we have and we want something else. That's the power of my prayer. I change my faith every day. When I go to my prayer, when I'm offering my jal, when I'm making the offering of the flowers, dear God, I'm putting sweet things in these fragrant flowers. Accept it. Karma says, how I give, so I get. Give me sweet times, happy times, healthy times. This sugar, this pressure, this cancer is coming back. Take it away. And every day you will live to hear, you walk the ward of the hospital, you will hear the doctor say how it is you still living, what it is you're doing. Well, Baba, I just boil my knee belief, you know. I believe in offering my knee to Durga and I just drink my knee belief and somehow it's working. My prayers work miracles. Then only the person who have such an experience could speak about it. But if, like a child, you're a stranger to it, you'll never know the power and potency of God. Narada Muni, she says, what you tell me to do, I'll have to do it. But, let me born. Give me one blessing, Narad. Lakshmi Mata. Shlok 24. Canto 6, Adbhuta Ramayan. Let me be born on that earth from the blood of devoted people. Let me come from sages, from ascetics, hermits. Let them do with me as they want, but let me come from their blood. You have wished me to be born from a demoness, from a daitya, but don't let me come from that genetics or that blood. Let me come from goodness. Make it happen that I am born from the body. Think about what I say in here. Let me come from the womb of a demoness, but let my body be constituted from those people we call prayerful or ascetic or sagely, sadhu type people. Narada Muni says, no problem, ma. Anything you want, I bless you. You'll have it. Before we go forward, for the Hindu here, how Sita Mata born again? Sitaram, 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 Radhesham, Radhesham, Radhesham. But all I know, she's called Sita because Janak takes the Sita, the plow, and he was digging the earth and he comes across a box with a little girl inside. This is the history of how she reached in that box. This is before Ramcharitamanas. Please pay attention. This is about your goddess tonight. Jai Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam. Jai Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam. Jai Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam. Jai Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam.
Jai Sam Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam. Jai Sam Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam.
Tato Narayan Devaha Prokta Vananadham Munina Naham Dharam Tapasvi Nija Nyapi Tirat Sanshaya Jaya Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam.
Jai Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam.
Jaya Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam.
Jai Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam. Jai Sam Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam. Jai Sam Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam.
Lord Vishnu, tell him, wait, Narad, before you move off to go to learn by the owl how to sing. You wanted to know why I was worshipping Kaushik? You want to know why I had to dance when Tumburu is singing? Why I, Vishnu, sleeper on Sheshna, got up and thought it was necessary to dance for this particular singer? Because this person practices kirtanam. This person sings for me from their heart. When their body gets into that singing, I have to dance. There's so much love. They're in that moment, they are with me together in that moment, that I cannot study to make the sun rays or the moon shine. I have to dance for them. I have to do their bidding, that I become like the puppet dancing for such a devotee. When a person does tapasya, he does fasting, he does all the different tapas, the different type of tage, the different tirat, the different type of prayer, jap, the way a person will reach me with kirtan to sing for me. This is what they did. You have not achieved that yet. You don't have that rust, that love inside of you yet. But if you get it, I promise, son, I will dance for you. Go and become a better devotee. This is your opportunity to raise up. And in my eyes, I will dance when you are singing. Go and learn. Go and learn. Don't cry. Today is your day to become better. Jai Bhole Baba Tav Sharana.
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 Jai Samba Sada Shiva Tav Sharana.
Jai Samba Sada Shiva Tav Sharana.
Ulka Ulka Pashe Gaman Bana. Twamye Yadhigetam. Nami Tasvi Dvij Praksham. Pravakshami Ghandaye Ati. Jaya Bhole Baba Tav Sharana.
Jai Bhole Baba Tav Sharana.
Jai Bhole Baba Tav Sharana.
Jai Bhole Baba Tav Sharana.
Jaya Samba Sada Shiva Tav Sharana.
Jai Samba Sada Shiva Tav Sharana.
He tells him, for this reason, O Narad, blessed is the person who has the tongue. Blessed is the person who has the voice. Maybe karma sometimes make we croaky and we can't find the right scale. Trust me, Pandit Keshava, with you in that. I am no student of singing. But when you have devotion inside of you, something lights up fire. Something starts to shake you inside that you cannot lose the opportunity to sing God's name. Nobody has to hear you. It could be just you sitting right where privately for my God to hear. In my kitchen, in my toilet, in my bathroom, I'll sing for him. In my car, I'll sing for him. Narad, how do you know graceful or blessed people? How do you know people that have God on their shoulder? When they get the opportunity to sing, they sing. But karma is live and direct in the person's life when they are in the place, when they are in the moment, when they have the organ to do it. I, God, give them the throat, the voice, the tongue, the ears to hear, to do it. And they rob themselves. Narad, that is a sign of a person who has no grace, a person who has no blessing, a person who is a stranger to the divinity, because you become your own enemy. I have given to you all the opportunity, Narad. I put you in the place, I put you in a home, I put you in a circumstance, just to sing along, just to hear it. And something inside of you, let's use the word karma, says, shh. Do not use the breath that God give you in the singing of the name of God, the singing of the name that will carry you to Vaikunt, to get away from the pins and needles that is causing pain in your body, to cause the suffering when you see a spouse lying on the bed and you are helpless and you do not know what to do. The name, the chanting that could help you. Shh, stay very quiet. Develop a hatred for the name. Develop a scorn for the satsang. Develop a hatred for the temple. Ridicule the Ramayan. Do not do it. And the God that gave you the 2 foot to walk into the temple. Tonight there are people, because of wheelchair and access, maybe they can't reach. They are home, darshanam, they're watching it on the television. There are people, the finger starts to work. Next station. They do not have the attention span to enjoy the katha. O Narad, do not fall prey to sin like that. Be graceful, son. I am there waiting for you. I want to lift my bhakt, my devotee. I create this thing for you, but you have to want it, son. Go and learn from that owl. And when you come back here, I'll be willing to dance to your tune, literally. This is what he tells him. As we conclude this part of Canto 6, we go into Canto 4, we go into 6. As the katha continues, Bhole Baba Tab Sharana,
Bhole Baba Tab Sharana,
Jaya Bhole Baba Tab Sharana,
Jaya Bhole Baba Tab Sharana,
Jaya Samba Sada Shiva Tab Sharana,
Jaya Samba Sada Shiva Tab Sharana,
Yataha Sharangat Lakshmi Rakshasi Sambhavayena Bhumi Patal Janaputri Eta Ye Putri Sita Sita Ye Ato Jaya Bhole Baba Tab Sharana,
Jaya Bhole Baba Tab Sharana,
Jaya Bhole
Baba Tab Sharana,
Jaya
Bhole Baba Tab Sharana, Jaya Samba Sada Shiva Tab Sharana, Jaya Samba Sada Shiva Tab Sharana.
Canto 8, Shlok 1. Valmiki says to Bharadwaj in the previous slok, now trust me, for everybody listening, if we wanted to do 14 nights Ramayana, are you seeing where we could take we Ramayana and go? There's so much information. And this is why I said 3 nights, we would run out. And that's fine. I want you to feel tonight, check your heart, check your mind. Oh, my Ramayana has so much. It has so much for me to learn. Open your heart and let God come in and listen. And as you learn, as we sing tonight, as you clap tonight, talk to Him and ask her, how come I never hear this? Thank you for letting me hear it tonight. Valmiki says, oh Bharadwaj, on the Parvat of Kailash, when this discourse was being done, Shiva started to dance. When you exit Triveni Mandir and you're watching on top and you see that dancing form of Lord Shiva and he's on top of the little demon, that Nataraj form, consider what makes God dance. Ask that question tonight. Valmiki says, oh Bharadwaj, Lakshmi is going to come as Sita. She is going to come from the blood that Ravana is going to collect. And she is going to come from the womb of Mandodari. Listen good. For those people that saying, what is Pandit saying? For the person who read Ramcharitmanas, who is the wife of Ravana? Who is the mother of Indrajit? Meghnad? Mandodari. How did that happen? Bharadwaj says, what you're saying? How? How did that happen? Jai Bhole Baba Tav Sharanam,
Jaya Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam,
Jai Bhole Baba Tav Sharanam,
Jaya Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam,
Jai Samba Sada Shiva Tav Sharanam,
Jaya Samba Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam,
Sita Sita Charnu Vipindra Varnayami Tavanaga Dasaravano Nam Tapasya Tapaman Dadati Yena Ravan Par Jaya Bhole Baba Tav
Jaya
Sharanam,
Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam,
Jaya Bhole Baba Tav Sharanam,
Jaya Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam,
Jaya Samba Sada Shiva Tava Sharana.
Jaya Samba Sada Shiva Tava Sharana.
Jaya Samba Sada Shiva Tava Sharanam. Umapati Mahadeva ki Jai. If this is the first time you're going to hear this discourse, listen. It may wake up questions inside of you, and that's fine. Question everything. That's okay. That is why I'm reading it. For the people looking on from the Fiji Sabha, from the Mauritius Sabha, pay attention. Because you worship Kali Mata. For those people in Tamil Nadu, you worship Kali Mata, but where did Kali Mata come from? She is already existing when she comes to fight Rakta Bij in the Nauratam discourse. Valmiki says it is time now for the goddess to come. It is time now to rid the earth of Ravana. And for this Leela to begin, the goddess has to reach. And where does this Leela begin? The 10-headed form of Ravana. There are 2 forms of Ravana. There are different parts, just as how in the Panchmukh Hanuman Katha, in a different Ramayana, you hear of Ahi Ravan. In Sita Ramayana, in Adbhuta Ramayana, you will hear of 10-headed Ravan, the one we know. And then there's the Sahasra Mukh Ravan, or the 1,000-headed Ravan. When it is Ram Leela, check back, you will see what I'm saying. You will see some people burning a little Ravan, where the puja is done. And then another day, you will see the giant form Ravan. Some people ask, if Ravan is human size, why do we make the effigy of Ravan so big? That act that we see in India, because we not always in Trinidad, West Indian culture, we had that. We copied that from India. In India, they are referring to this discourse, where there is the younger Ravan, the 10-headed form, and the Sahasra Ravan is the giant with the 1,000-headed form. Tonight, briefly, we are going to talk about this in our discourse. 10-headed Ravan is doing tapasya, dhyan, meditation. Now married, some of his sons are born, compared to last night's discourse where he was not married. Doing a great amount of dhyan. He is the person, they are different. When the person does this, everybody went and they see the Baba get arti, Mami get arti. What does this mean? This is a hand gesture. That means the unseen energy, the diksha, is flowing from the person to the recipient, the beneficiary. From the guru to the teacher, the parent to the child. God bless you. This is called Abhya Mudra. So the person wants to bless, somebody is artiing you, sometimes we don't know what to do. The correct posture is lift your right hand, keep the thumb to the side, and bless the person. This is how you bless somebody. Another example of some of the sciences that Ravan knew. When somebody come in the temple to eat food, simple question for children to understand. Asi Pandit had a spoon doing Havan. But I see all the people, just eat with their hand. All you know how much Sanatanist Hindu get licks in COVID time for eating with their hands, so unsanitary. Then the question will come, Hindu, where does eat with your hand for? I have a niece, she afraid to eat with she hand. The dal is drip through. Oh God, Mamu, that's so long time. Get with the program. Grandparents say, follow your tradition. But it have a reason, religious reason why we just eat with we hand. Anybody ever went to Matikur, where they bring in the mud and the girls them going to chume, with the dub grass in their hand? This gesture, Maggie, is an invocation for Lakshmi. So the person who is chuming with the dub grass doesn't pinch nobody. They are calling Lakshmi to Ongche. Sit on the person who getting married. Please take off Nazar, Badai, and allow the person getting ready to get married to be in the best footing. When you and I sit to eat, the same Maggie, when you pinch your roti, pinch your rice, Lakshmi Mata, imbibe in every mouthful and morsel of food I am about to eat your blessing. and let the food benefit my body, heal me, nourish me, allow me to be better. No amount of spoon could give you that. This is why we do what we do. Think about that as an example. We do it, but we don't know why. Ravana knew the art of accepting Panchamrit. Everybody, some people I know, put your right hand on top of your left hand. Further, bend the index finger, take the thumb, right hand at okine, and squeeze the nail on the index finger like this. Why? When you pinch this nerve, you activate the nerve in the stomach. So when you drink the milk, let it absorb in the stomach quick and pervade over the body and don't go into the intestine to be lost in excrement. So when you are receiving it, he knew the way to receive it. And you see Lord Shiva have different hand gestures like this to hone different energy. Ravana knew it. Ravana used the knowledge he have, and this is just an example, to get different blessing. Slok number 4. It says that he was so potent in his tapasya that his body started to give off a heat as if he was on fire. His Aja, who is Brahma himself, comes to stop him from praying. Ravana, simple language, Ravana, if you don't stop now, people are going to suffer. You are causing pain, too much of rage, too much of fire coming out from your body. Son, what it is you want? Ravana says, I wish to become immortal. I want to be free from harm and dam from all forms of life. And as you know, Brahma tells him that's impossible. You are truly blessed son of Pulastya, my grandson, but I cannot give you that grace. Even I don't have it. Whatever is started must come to an end. In this universe, we recycle energy. Sometimes people think death is death of energy. But in the Hindu faith, we continue, we cycle. From this birth, I'll come out a human and I'll go and be the palm plant, depending on my karma. But energy cannot be destroyed, but it is recycled, reused. He explained that whole thing for him at length. So then Ravana makes a very technical pronouncement. Listen to his prayer. Bless me that no Devta, no Yaksh, no demon, nobody working. Yaksh is the people who work for Kubir. When they are happy, they bring good luck to you. When they are not happy, they take your barakat. People say, Baba, we used to have barakat in this house. We are none. Wait, go on. Yaksh is a form that takes the luster away from a person. Those people cannot harm me. No amount of ogress, no spirit, no pret, no vidaras, no kinaras, no apsara, nobody must be able to damage me. Oh Father, nobody. He says, Brahma, he says, son, Brahma is saying, who will be able to destroy you? You have to tell me who then. He says, oh Father, let my end. Well, last night we hear how his end was coming from the son of Dashrath, so we know about that. He says, let my destruction start. Shlok 11 and 12, Canto 8. Let my destruction start when I become ignorant and become lost in passion and lust because of moha. And I want to touch my own daughter. Listen good. I want to physically interfere, sexually abuse, meaning I'm touching you without your permission, my own daughter. And from that moment, let my death slowly come. Prem Sabalo Ma Pati Mahadeva Ki Jai. Brahma laughing. Punyam, punyam, punyam. Just what you pray for. Just what you ask for. That is what will come. Brahma is always giving people what they ask for. Careful what you ask for. You might get it. He says, grandson, whatever you say, that will happen. Ravana did this, O Bhardwaj, because he thought he is so powerful. He could change Shanidev. He could beat Indradev. He manipulates Brahma. He mamagas Lord Shiva. What is a human being? How could he entice his daughter? He's not going to, in any way go and do that. I don't have a daughter. He only has sons. How will this end come? Ram, son of Dashrath, is coming to kill me. How will he start to kill me if I never touch this girl? Human is nothing. Which human could kill me? Them could do more prayer than me. Think about it, Bharadwaj. Who is more powerful than him? When this prayer was finished, when he gets the Bardhan, and he knows to himself, now I am in control how my end will come. He starts, Shlok 14, he starts to kill. He starts to become belligerent. The same person, if you listen to the different texts of Ramayana, Ravana starts, when he's called Dashanan, he starts off as a very potent devotee. But when he starts to get power, he becomes corrupted. He starts to get very merciless, perverted, relentless, reckless, and he goes haywire. He becomes his own downfall. And at one point, when it was time for him to come to an end, he goes from place to place. He goes from place to place picking fights. Valmiki Ramayana tells you of a good example about this. For everybody who have the Krishna Murti home. Lord, look how time pass. You worship Krishna all the time. I see on Krishna forehead you have a peacock feather. The history of that peacock feather is given in Valmiki Ramayana, where in this time, Ravana went to pick fight with Indra and all of them who was doing puja. But Indra knew that when you're doing prayers, you don't get vexed and fight. Then you lost all the merit of your prayers. So Indra jumps into the body of his Vahan, the peacock. Yamraj jump into the crow. And they wait out. Ravana bawling and getting on vexed. When he leaves, Indra says, peacock, from today, I bless you for this seva you do for me. May the eye, the black of the eye of Lord Vishnu sit on your feather. And wherever your feather is, may the eyesight of Vishnu push away bad. For that reason, people decorate with peacock feathers. People, like Yashoda Mata, puts it on Krishna's head. She's son so bad lucky, anyway this boy goes, somebody trying to kill him. So she uses, somebody answer the phone quick. She puts the peacock feather on his crown to push away people from damaging her child. And that happened because of Ravana. In a similar way, in this one, in the Dandakarana forest, many munis were praying. And Ravana says, if I have to conquer everybody, I conquer the Devatas, Patal, every place. Now I have to conquer these munis, but if I kill them, I will get Brahmhatya. I will get the sin of killing Brahmin or prayerful people. He interrupts the prayer and he says, I am greater than you. I am going to take my weapon and I am going to cut you and you cannot do nothing. And they so happen to have a little goblet in their ashram. And he picks up the goblet and he goes one by one and he slices them on the neck here where this artery, carotid arteries, you check for pulse here, this powerful arteries here. He takes blood from here and he collects everybody in this jar. Let's hear what happens when he does it. Pahi, 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 Gajanana, Parvati Nanda, Gajanana.
Pahi, 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 Gajanana, Parvati Nanda, Gajanana.
Krita Madanam Shataputriye Dvijapar Lakshmi Yena Putriyatam Bhagavan Munina Lakshmi Ditipar Kala Kala Yena Grita Madhya Pahi 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 Pahi
Pahi, pahi, Gajanana.
Unknown to everybody, in that same ashram, there was a Muni that left there and he went to pick kush grass. That goblet is his goblet. Agni gave him a little drop of milk after he had done some prayer. He had prayed previously for Lakshmi to come as his daughter. And Agni tells him, let your Dulahin drink this milk and she will conceive. Lakshmi will come. The milk is sitting in the goblet waiting for her to drink it. But Ravana now preempt and took up the goblet and he starts to put blood inside the goblet where the milk is. Let's hear what happens. Tadin deva yoga nikalsa tatra Ravana Muni natam shona shona shravan gritava swagrita yagya ye ati pahi pahi
pahi pahi pahi pahi gajanana parvati nanda gajanana.
Blood is mixing with milk and the goddess is smiling because she's getting ready to come. For the person who knows Ramayana, who is the main character in Ramayana? Who is the person who brings the end to Ravana? Ram always is the puppet. Vishnu becomes the puppet in all the Leela. That the goddess, he says to her in Krishna Leela, Mother, when I come upon the earth, if you are not with me, I cannot do one thing, goddess. And Ram Janam is no different. The goddess is getting ready to come. Blood and milk is mixing in the goblet in the hand of Ravana. His death is in his hand and he doesn't know it. That cursed people do not realize when they are damaging their own self. The noose is putting around his neck. He's tying the rope around his neck and he does not realize what he's doing. He laughs at all the Munis. He says, if you were so powerful, use your mantra. Take your jap mantra and throw it on me. Beat me. If you could win me, beat me. Stop me. Look, you're bleeding. All your kanhawa, your janu is drenched in blood. Stop me now. And not one man stood up because they were doing yag. So they remained sattvic, calm. They hold. Leave everything in God's hand. Leave everything, even now, in God's hand. Trust in God. And he holds the goblet and he goes. And now he's more powerful. Now he becomes more brazen. He's becoming intoxicated with his ego. And Mandodari, that good wife, she's home. He comes home and he brings the goblet and he says, Devi, you see this? Don't ever touch this. This is potent poison. Doesn't tell her what it is. He says, this will kill the best of us. Don't touch it, don't interfere with it, don't open it, don't let your children touch it. And he puts it on the ledge and he goes about his business, conquering this place, that place. Of the 8 types of wedding, last night we heard Dasrat married with the love type wedding, Gandharva wedding, Jaimal wedding. There's a type of wedding where Krishna got married when they conquer area and they take a bride from that area. That conquering type is one type, and Ravana believed in doing that. And he went from one country, one place, one village, and he would take woman after woman. He starts to plunder one lady after the next. He has no respect for them. And who does it bother? For every lady here, who does it bother? It bothers that lady at home. Mandodari is in trouble. Let's hear what happens. Pahi Pahi means save me, God. Sing with me tonight. Pahi 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 Gajanana Parvati Nanda Gajanana. Let's go.
Pahi 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 Gajanana Parvati Nanda Gajanana.
Mandodriye tata drishtapatiye ye namaswiniye ati atma grihate bhato snena ye dvija ye naryatam. Pahi Pahi Gajanana.
लंबोदर हे गजानना
लंबोदर हे गजानना.
लंबोदर हे गजानना
लंबोदर गज विचारना. लंबोदर गज विचारना. पाहि 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 पाहि.
गजानना पार्वती नंदा गजानना.
In all the action that is happening, people condone and they offer your condolences in this world. But when God made woman, he made something different. Stupid people argue man and woman is equal. Stupidness. The Hindu says the woman is the most sinful entity. Oh God, Pandit Keshava, now you're in trouble. If God made everything, if the Jiva Atma from the Gita is like a dialite, it has no features. How does God know male, female? The female has a little minute, minor sin that when she goes into the body, from puberty, marriage, childbearing, menopause, she's going to be in physical pain. Compared to the male, puberty, childbearing, let me say male menopause, no pain, happy, neutral. The girl, when she's pregnant, if she smells different things, want to throw up. But when the baby born, who's getting the blessing, mommy? For every mommy here, who gets the blessing? Daddy. Daddy gets to see the eyes of the next generation. Mommy has to collect all the gold when they're doing Nam Sanskar and those type of things. She has done her labor, she has done her job. She's the servant for the family to bring the next generation. The heart of the female is different. She empathizes in a way that is not possible for man. They is not able to have that compassion that a woman has. A true female is signified by the characteristic of compassion. Her belly feels for her child. Her breast bleeds milk for her child. And it bleeds milk for somebody else's baby. But if a person could ill-treat somebody else's child because of race, religion, or caste, or something like that, then you're not even the gender. Then you are not what God made you. You are less than. Mandodari says, I am a female. Look at what I have to live to see. Look at what my experience. I get married, I put my hand into this man's hand. I put my life, how cursed a female is. When you are born, the name they give you in the Nam Sanskar, when the daddy whispers in your right ears, from today, you are linked to this surname. He gives you the surname. When you get married, they give you a next surname. You belong to husband. And then one day, Baba will come in the prayers. When my son bring me, my life is pegged against this child now. I belong to my father, to my husband, to my son. It is as if I am never in control of myself. This is a female. She says, I am truly a woman. I put my name, I put my soul in the hands of this man. And look at the shame, look at the pain he is bringing. This life is too much to bear. And Mandodari makes the decision. It is time for Mara. Remember that word Mara. Tomorrow night we'll talk about Mara. It is time to practice Maranam. It is time to practice killing. It is time to practice killing myself. This life is too much to bear. How could a woman bear so much? One of the reasons women are given breasts, this organ that signifies a woman. When you see them doing it for the wedding day, go and watch that lady when she put in the $1 in the car. And it is time to let go of your son. What nobody could understand you going through in that moment. Now everybody goes say, touch your head to your bosom and let him go. Relinquish your hold on him. Now he belongs to the next lady. For the lady that goes to the sea when your child drowned in the water and it's time to take out the breast and allow the salt water to run on that for that body to come back from that salt water. Only when a lady sees that happen, then you will understand that God make me different. God give me something unique. When you and your husband leave for the first time for the young parent and the child crying home and milk flowing from she body, explain how that work. It is my body. I'm in control. If I want to make this eye wink, I could do it, Baba, but what knob, what button they press to make milk flow? And then when they're ready, stop the milk. She says, imagine I have breasts. I am so gifted, I have breasts, and I only have to be a pain. This is the burden, this is the burden that I have. I cannot bear this anymore. And she goes where that goblet is, and she grapples that goblet with the blood and the milk, and she didn't know what was inside, but she remembered the husband say it's poison, and it's time to drink poison. Let's hear what happens. For those of you at home following Adbhuta Ramayan Canto 8, Slok 27, let's hear what she does. Eka danta gajanana. Come on, everybody. Eka danta gajanana. Aneka dantam gajanana. Pahi 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 gajanana Parvati Nanda gajanana Purva Ravana Sanditam Sonitam Shwaitya Daitya Adikam Maranam Manduri Patani Vanchita Lakshmi yena Sita yeta pahi pahi pahi. Come on, everybody. Pahi pahi gajanana Parvati Nanda gajanana. She drank it, and immediately she started to feel upset. Her body starts to feel funny. The belly, she holds on to the stomach. Something is wrong. What type of poison is this? She realized she drank blood. Blood is on her lip. But the milk that brings Lakshmi to the earth is there as well. As soon as she drank it, the Akashvani from the heaven says, Mother, you are now within your womb with child. Lakshmi is coming through you. You were destined to be her mother. It is time for a child to born from you. And she is dumbfounded. I am away from my husband. My husband did not touch me, just as Kunti did it in Mahabharata. Now, without husband, without female touching man, now a child is going to be born, Agarbha. Without the womb, without the physical touch, a child is going to be conceived. She says, oh Bharadwaj, she believes what that boy said, and she says, I am conceived, but my husband is not close to me. He did not impregnate me. What will he do? And she instructs the Prime Minister, get the Pushpak van and let us go from here. And she goes to that place close to Kurukshetra. And she goes where the Ganga is flowing in that district. Let's hear what happens. Lambodar he gajanana. Lambodar he gajanana. Lambodar he gajanana. Lambodar he gajanana. Lambodar gaj vicharana. Lambodar gaj vicharana. Pahi 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 gajanana Parvati Nanda gajanana Chinta dhag de ye tirat sevna Charaman ganga ye palya Jagara ye tat gharva vriksha Mandhodri ye bhuvastale Pahi 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 gajanana Parvati Nanda gajanana. She reached to the ground of Kurukshetra. This great Tirat. People want to go Kurukshetra, but they don't know why. The battle of Kurukshetra. Krishna is on that battlefield because of this moment. Lakshmi comes, she is born in Kurukshetra. It becomes Tirat because of the presence of Lakshmi. Till today, when you and I go to this place and we touch the ground, we touch the dust of this place, of all of India. Why did Mahabharata have to happen in that place? Because Lakshmi descends there, and Krishna wanted Arjun to win. He wanted Lakshmi or favor to be his, so he goes where Lakshmi resides. From the body of this queen comes a little child, glowing with positive marks. I'll explain positive marks tomorrow night. No time. Mandodari sees that she had a daughter, but she cannot keep the child for fear of the husband, for fear of ridicule. And the first time that Sita Mata is discarded, based on the prayer of Narada Muni, remember what I'm saying? The first time somebody throws her away is this moment. Mandodari puts her in a beautiful box and buries her in a field. And out of shame goes to bathe with kusha grass in Ganga, asking forgiveness for this sin as a mother. To make the child and to throw away the child is a powerful sin. But because of my circumstance, this is where I am. Mandodari, let's hear what it says, because sometimes people have this circumstance, not only abortion. Abortion is dealt with in Hindu texts, how to ask forgiveness. But sometimes when the lady went in a practical sense in today's world, when the baby is conceived in the tube, the doctor will tell you, we cannot have this child. You will die. In a circumstance like that. When the mother is the house of this life, and the pitri prayers, there will be no bandara, there will be no pinda for this child. The mother has to do, when you get married, remember this. For the people that think ladies don't do pitri worship, remember where your stupid bandit say. Remember your vows in the wedding. Oh husband, this is just one place. This is an example. Oh husband, I ask permission that when you are doing Pitri worship, I may be allowed to join with you in doing it. Because the only person who will offer Tarpan, Tilanjali, on behalf of a stillbirth or a miscarriage, or in this, an aborted child, is the lady who holds the life inside a sheep. That child is not linked to the father yet. Hear what happens here. Snena tat paraye purvaratam swayan mallaye praschit karyasu gopiyena kalye brahmanye janakpuri ate pahi pahi
pahi pahi pahi pahi gajanana parvati nanda gajanana
parvati nanda gajanana
parvati nanda
gajanana. Prem se bolo Adi Shakti Mata ki jai. Everybody bear with me. Let me just finish. I know I'm going over time. I could continue, right? Bear with me. In this moment, the personality of Sita is created. This is the history. This is the backstory of how she gets into the box, buried into the earth. Truthfully, the mother is really giving up on this life. Truthfully, so that the child would die in the earth. That was the intention, in all fairness. The mother goes to ask for forgiveness. Till today, people offer tarpan and ask for forgiveness. There are methods. There are things called Tripindi Shrad, Nandi Mukh Shrad, that ladies do to ask for forgiveness, that, dear God, you send the child for me, but the child, for whatever reason, didn't continue. For any reason, there is a method to ask forgiveness. Please remember that. Mandodari leaves. Janak, as you know from Ramcharitramanas, was guided to go and do yagya. And when you're done, to kill the hardship, the drought for our language, that is the land is experiencing right now, go take a golden plow and plow the earth and you will get back the luster, the benefit, the barakat. And it is when that plow hit the box, as he was plowing the fields, we come across Sita Mata, crying baby, open the box, crying baby inside the box. The Akashvani says to him in Slok 35, from today, accept this child as yours. Keep this child as yours. He's the only person who keeps her. Janak maintains and worships and trains this child to the best. Sita Mata is given everything by the father. All knowledge, all science, politics, war, weaponry, everything, Sita has it. Keep this child, she is not yours. See the good in her, and when you give her in Kanyadan, you will get the blessing as if you are her father. You will get the Bardan because of it. Till today, this is why when you go in Gita, read your Gita, you'll see it in chapter 9. Good people like Janak, you don't ever hear about good people like Dasrath. You hear good people, what great people do like Janak and others, what they do, and it is because of this. Prem se bolo Adi Shakti Mata ki Jai. Tonight in the Navratri part is the night of Kalratri. Tonight is the night of the goddess. I'm out of time, but bear with me. Let me just read this last part. For those of you who are following home, this is Canto number 23 of Adbhuta Ramayana. Sri Ram in this discourse had destroyed. This is after she grows up, she gets married. She was kidnapped. This is when Ravana touched his daughter. When he touched her and he pulled, she kidnapped. That is where the story started to end. When he threatens her, if you don't give me, if you don't give in to me, if you don't marry me, I will kill you. He was dying slowly. The goddess was weaving her Maya to let the play happen. The 10-headed Ravana was destroyed, but the 1,000-headed form still remained. Sita warns in this Ramayana, Sri Ram, there's still evil that exists. Don't be complacent. Don't give up. As time passed, as he was Raja Ram, at that time, Love and Kush have not born as yet. The word is sent that the elder brother of this Ravana is still giving trouble. He's still a menace. Sri Ram takes a contingent of soldiers and they go confident, too confident, to fight. A battle ensues. And in the battle, Sri Ram is knocked unconscious. Listen good. Sri Ram is knocked out because of a weapon. And Vashish Muni comes to tell Sita, Sita Devi, why did you have to tell him about Sahasramukh Ravan? Look now, the king is lying as if he is sleeping in his chariot. All the monkeys have left. All the soldiers, all the ministers, there's nobody to help him. The demon is dancing around the chariot. None of us, no Devta, nobody could reach to help him. Mother, you have to come and help him. Mother, you are the only person to help him. Mother was very angry that Sri Ram didn't listen to her advice. But when she heard that somebody, a child of God, a person who does pray, now take it out of your mind to knock down the Vishnu, the Purusha of this entire universe. You hit him. And she gets angry for that. Makes her way to the battlefield and sees. Let's do one slok just for the benediction of everybody. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samstita Namastasye, 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 Namo Namah. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samstita. Kali Maharavyatam Munna Munna Mala Vibhushati Astika Kumbhima Bhimayate Kramaye Keshava Mahagora या देवी सर्वभूतेषु
शक्तिरूपेण संस्थिता
नमस्तस्यै नमस्तस्यै
नमस्ते नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु
शक्तिरूपेण
संस्थिता.
Mother came, look at your murti tonight, she came smiling, very calm, no weapons in her hand. But when she saw him lying on the ground, when Lakshmi sees Vishnu lifeless on the ground, the bow still in his hand, but he's lying like this on the ground. That happened twice, this moment, and when Lawan Kush went and beat him, when his son beat him. This is the only time, and Sita Mata gets very angry in both cases. In this instance, from the smile came a squeal. Imagine any wife seeing the husband of the body lifeless. In that moment of grief, not knowing what to do, from the heart of this lady, the emotion, she starts to bawl, and from the bawling, the tongue came out, the eyes became red, and her body started to give up the complexion. And Brahma saw for the first time. She ripped apart all her clothes. I am woman. Somebody asked, why does Kali Mata bare her breasts? Because this is the true female. It is only after colonization, when the British ruled India, women had to cover their body in this way. There are many murtis, many etchings where women are bare-breasted because we bow to breasts. We arti, truthfully, if you arti your mother, which person other than the lady with the machinery to feed you milk would you arti? In Hinduism, you would never look at a lady feeding a child as something rude. Kali Mata demonstrates that in this raw form, she has come to protect him. Why did you touch him? And she is squealing. And from that way, the hair, she pulls out all the jewel. When a woman becomes a widow, how could she wear gold? How could she decorate her body? She breaks all the bangles. She's squealing and wailing her body for Brahma. She says, you were present when I got married. Every time I marry him, every time I accept Vishnu in whichever avatar, you are the Pandit. Where does your Pandit sit in your, where does Brahma sit in your puja? Lingam Shiva, Shaligram Vishnu, Pandit G is the Brahman or the Brahma. This is why it is Arti the Pandit, the person who know the mantra. You are always officiating. Watch today what you brought me here to see, lifeless form. And she starts to squeal. And in that moment, the finger gets very sharp. The first weapon of Kali Mata, if you look carefully, is not the cutlass. She jumped and she went for the head of Ravana, and the hand is spinning, and as the hand is cutting head after head, she started to string the Munda Mala. Come, let me, the widow, decorate my body with your body, O son. If he is father and I am mother, and this is the thanks, the kick parents get, then I should wear your head as adornment. And for all the head wear, when you watch a Kali Murti, tell me how much hand, how much foot, how much head. She went crazy, she went berserk on this man. And she started to make a tiara from his fingers. She started to cut him up because the body of Ram is still lying there. And there was no stopping her. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samstita Kandam Chakraranyam Kalika Swayam Antaryam Shyate Paragatayena Kalika Mata Kantayena Praveshati Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah
शक्तिरूपेण संस्थिता.
When somebody asks, where did she get the cutlass? Where did she get the weapon? Sita Mata doesn't have a weapon. When she cuts the hands of Sahasra Ravan, when she's cutting, she's holding his own sword, his own weaponry against him. Her hands did the biting, it did the ripping. When you hear in different discourse, there were the workers of Kali Mata. Where did they come from? From her spine, where the snake is living, that Kundalini energy. From that energy, as the goddess let loose, all of them started to shoot out like deer lights from her back. And she is wearing the body of this demon, this horrendous form, but she is not giving up the form. Brahma is begging her, mother, the demon is destroyed. Mother, he is lifeless, it's done, stop. For the person that believes in Devi's prayer, please understand how Devi is distinct. This discourse, other discourse says, Kali Mata told Brahma, Slok 23, who is good and who is bad is very turbulent to discern. And right now I have no discernment. I am free, I am wild, I am unbridled. I will destroy everything. I, as the goddess, have made everything. There's nothing in some religion here is here, their God and my God and the other God. Sanatan Dharma says, God is one and God make everything, good, bad, and the ugly. Kali Mata says, when my children let me down, I will destroy all. There is nothing called good. There is nothing called bad. And he was praying, and he was the most ardent devotee. Look what he has done. What do you want me to spare? Who to spare? And she started to approach good. The Devatas now are in trouble. And she's coming for the good, and she's walking on all the demons that was with Ravana in this battle. She's walking on their body, and Brahma has to think quick. When you're doing your Shiv part, and you hear Jagat Guru, Jagat Ishwar, Jagat mean world, Jagat Guru, Lord Shiva, Jagat Ishwar, another name for Shiva. Lord Shiva is called upon by Brahma, go quick. Bharadwaj, Lord Shiva is approached, go quick, Shiva, and save us. If that goddess reach those devatas, they will be helpless, they are powerless, they cannot stop. But pull her one side, distract the mother, so that I could go and wake up Ram. The Ram has to get up, only Sri Ram could stop her in this form. In this way, Brahma and Shiva contrived to make a plan, and this is where Shiva takes the form as a corpse. Shiva lies in the bodies, all the dead demons that you see in the pit here. He throws himself there. Vasuki, who in different discourses tied around his neck, releases so that he would not bite the foot of mother. And Shiva looks as if he's one of the dead, so that when mother put her foot on him, he would take some of the power. That tongue does not happen because she's resting her foot there. There is no part of Shiva that is off limits to the goddess. There is no place that foot cannot rest. But with him she finds peace, and she starts to calm down. And all the devatas start to sing for her. And they start to rock, and she starts to dance. This is why Kali Mata is associated with dancing. When the power was too much for her to hold and she wants to kill them, and she stopped to listen to their prayer, the only thing they could do was sing for her. While the devatas lay distracting her in that moment, imagine just for us on that side of the battlefield, Brahma runs quick where the chariot where Sri Ram is still unconscious, and Brahma tries to revive him. Wake up quick. Sita Mata has turned. The goddess is letting loose all her power, and if you don't stop her, destruction is coming. Who goes to save us from Kali Mata? Please listen to our final slok tonight. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samsita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samsita प्रभवती ये वैशा लक्ष्मी पाली रामो सहस्रनाम काली कालिका सुधामा बहुधामा ये प्रभनामा ये ना चित्रपृत ये प्रिय नाम याते
या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शक्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शक्तिरूपेण
Sita. Together everybody, Shri Adi Shakti Mata ki Jai. Shri Ram gets up. Something to discuss for those of you looking on. We worship the goddess in our dharma. Is it wrong to arti a lady? Shri Ram went and he put his hands together and he bent his knees to that same goddess Kali. The first person to worship Kali Mata was Shri Ram. And in this moment, at the end of Canto 23 of Adbhuta Ramayana into 24, the Sahasranam or the different names of Kali is chanted. You will not find this in Markandeya Puran, where the Saptashati is. You will not find it in Devi Bhagavad Puran. He says, Goddess, you are Sudama, Bahudama, Suprabhatam, you are Sanganti, Shataganti, Ananda, Kalika, Bhadrakali, Kapalini. The different names come here from the lips of Sri Ram. Ma, please Shanti. Ma, please Shanti. Ma, please Shanti. Prem Sabolo Siyapati Ramachandra ki Jai. In that moment when she saw him, the anger, the animosity allowed her to change. And she returns to the Sita form, now reunited with Sri Ram. Something to consider tonight as I conclude. Firstly, I apologize everybody. This pundit went over time and I apologize for that. But because of the content of tonight's discourse, it just went over. Sita Devi is sometimes shown to be discarded and people don't understand why. When Sri Ram sends her to Valmiki Ashram to have the sons, when she goes on the lap, when she leaves the earth, when she gives up the form, she doesn't stay with Ram. Sometimes people don't understand why. Trust me, there's more to that story. And even there's more explanation. If we wanted to do 7 nights Gyan Yagya with Sita Mata alone, trust me, there's information. Potent information to full such a Yagya. Tonight, as I conclude again, I apologize for going over. Time is really important to everybody. I hope I didn't waste your time. But my intention, my objective was to paint a picture on the night of Kali Mata, the origin of that form, where it comes from. There's a different form. There's a picture where she has a goblet, Kali Mata. There's a form where she has 10 head. There's a katha with that. Understand tonight as you walk away the value of the goddess in this Leela of Ramayana. Look at what she is capable of doing. And when you arti her, when you say Sita Ram, I see Sita and Ram and you consider tonight. You may forget it. I might have to repeat it. That's fine. See the value, if for the first time, of that goddess. But it is that Durga. It is that same lady in this shell, in this form called Sita. Prem Sabolo Adi Shakti Mata ki Jai. Everybody, at this time, let's all stand for a short arati as I've run out of time. To conclude, just 2 verses and then we'll do closing. Everybody stand, put your hand together. This is just the requisite, the method to do Ramayana.
Arati Sri Ramayana ji ki Kirati Kalita Lalita Siya ki Arati Sri Ramayana ji ki Kirati Kalita Lalita Siya ki Arati Sri Ramayana ji ki Kirati Kalita Lalita Siya ki Arati Sri Ramayana ji ki Kirati Kalita Lalita Siya ki Kalimala Sitaram. Jaya Jaya Sitaram. Jaya Jaya Sitaram.
Everybody.
Sitaram. Jaya Jaya Sitaram. Jaya Jaya Sitaram. Jaya Jaya Sitaram. Sitaram. Jaya Jaya Sitaram. Jaya Jaya Sitaram. Jaya Jaya Sitaram. Sitaram. Jaya Jaya Sitaram. Jaya Jaya Sitaram. Jaya Jaya Sitaram. Sitaram, Sitaram, Jaya Jaya Sitaram. Oh Sitaram, Sitaram, Jaya Jaya Sitaram. 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 Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Ram.
Tonight, as we conclude, everybody, with our hands together, for 1 second, say a prayer. Ma, in this Navratri, thank you that I got to hear the Vardhan of your discourse, to listen about Sita Mata, Lakshmi Mata, Narada Muni, so many things, too much. Bless me as a devotee to grow. Bless me to learn, to develop. For those of you looking on at home, for those that will be looking on in the repeat, for those that are following, reading and studying your Ramayana, keep on studying, keep it up. Grow in your God. Let's pray together, everybody. Tvameva Mata. Everybody. Tvameva Bandhuscha.
Sakantameva
Tvameva Vidya.
Dravinam Tameva
Tvameva Sarvam.
Mama Deva Deva
Tvameva Sarvam.
Mama Deva Deva.
Together, everybody. Om Shanti.
Shanti
Shanti. Hari Om. Prem se bolo Mahapati Mahadeva ki. Pavana Putra Hanuman ki. Shri Syabhara Ramachandra ki. Shri Adi Shakti Mata ki. Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki. Satya Sanatan Dharma ki. Jai Jai Sitaram. Sitaram, everybody. Please have all your seat. Tomorrow night, join us. In tomorrow night discourse, I don't know where we're going, but trust me, you'll learn something in preparation for powerful puja on Saturday. Part of my discourse tomorrow night will be the details of what is Ram Navami Vrat, what is the prasad, how to prepare, how is that puja done, and what is the benefit of doing the offering the correct way on Saturday, in the correct time. So a lot of information again tomorrow night. Everybody, God bless you. Reach home safe, collect your prasad, etc. And until tomorrow night, Sitaram.